Hello, stars. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Aster. If you are new here, like a month ago, I finished my debut novel. A couple weeks ago, I finished the first round of edits on my debut novel. And now I am on draft 3. Usually, these vlogs are like week-long things. And I just do a chapter a day, but it's Friday. I started another video earlier this week, but I need something else to come in, so I haven't been able to finish it. So today we're going to just do a whole day of writing draft 3. So I have draft 2 and all the edits on here. Draft 3 is putting all this onto a new document. Okay, we are on chapter 8. One of the smaller chapters in this novel because this is the chapter right before Elijah's point of view. So it's kind of a transition chapter, and I thought of maybe cutting this chapter out and having it in the first, like having chapter 7 and chapter 8 be the same chapter, you know? Instead of just having a 1,000-word chapter, because it's a really short chapter. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to just combine the chapters, which is so nice, so convenient. If you guys saw the last, making progress on this draft, then would have known that I cut a chapter in half because I had another chapter earlier on that was over 6,000 words, which is a really long chapter. And so I cut it in half. And so as I was editing it, I was having to change the chapter numbers. But now we're on track with this. We're back to what it should be. Yeah, we'll start this. This is page 48 out of 126. And honestly, it's going pretty well. Let me show you what I've already done. I definitely still have more to do than I have done, but I plan to fix that today because I'm close to the halfway point. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna get right to it. I'll basically just update you guys probably after every chapter or in the middle of chapter if I have something I want to say to you guys. Okay? Before I get too far into this, actually, word count update. We're at 70,460. When I started draft 3, I was at 69.8 thousand. So we're going up, and that makes me so happy. But I'll give you a word count update after every chapter, see if it went up or down. Alright, so I finished chapter 8. Now I'm on to chapter 9, which is the first one in Elijah's point of view. Elijah's my male main character, by the way. This chapter is 2,400 words. So, word count. 70,522. That was a lot more words than I was expecting, because although I did add some, I took away a good amount. Either way, that one was a really short chapter, so the rest of these aren't going to go as quick. I am at page 51 now on draft 2. And draft 3, I'm on page 53, so that's exciting. Glad I'm making progress on it, though. I have been pretty slow with draft 3, so today is going to be a good day where I just work a lot. Usually I just get a chapter done a day, 2 if I'm feeling like it, but I want to get at least 5 chapters done today. Hopefully the chapters aren't too long because it can take me an hour to do a chapter. Right. Alright, so we're on chapter 10 now. Finished the first 2 chapters. Feeling good still. It's 12:44 right now. Chapter 10, so exciting, is 2,600 words. Let's go with the word count of the whole thing. I cut a lot, so I think it's going to be lower this time. Oh, no, 70,549. So it went up by 20 words. I have 2 parts in this novel where I'm going to add a scene, and I know where. I would like to get to the first one today, but I don't think I will. I think that's quite a bit farther in the novel than I'm thinking. So that's on... I think it's farther because after this, I think we have a training session. It might be the last chapter that I do today. Might be the one with the scene that's added. It'd be nice to get that done because that's a big step in this novel, is adding that next scene. So I've been here about an hour, got 2 chapters done. It's actually really good, so. Okay, I just finished chapter 10. Looking good so far. It is 118. I'm on page 60 in here, draft 2. Page 61, just at the very end of page 61. Let's do a word count. If it's like that, then I think... Oh, no, still more. 70,599. Nice. I thought the word count would have gone down, but it's fine. That's a good thing that it didn't go down. Either way, I do actually need to take a break because my dogs are going a little stir crazy. I was eating beef jerky, but it sounds a lot like their treat bag, so they were going nuts. So I think I should go down, let them run outside for a little bit, take a little break, and then I'll come up and do some more work. I have 2 more chapters to go until I'm at my goal of 5 chapters today. If it's not that late, then I'll still obviously keep going. It's only just past noon, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Oh my gosh. So I had this scene, not in this chapter, but in the last chapter, I think, where I had this guy say, not one of my main characters, he's just a side character, but I had him say, a wild goose chase. But then I'm like, we're in a fantasy world. And I'm also Canadian, so the geese here are terrifying. So I had just a little thing where my character was like, yeah, I traveled to Canada once for a school trip. And basically she had seen her classmate go up trying to pet one of the geese. It's dumb like that. And it started chasing him, and the rest of the flock started chasing him and nipping at his legs until he climbed a statue to get away from them. And I don't know if I'm going to keep that because that just seems very random. But I had to have some sort of distaste for geese in there. If I was going to mention them, I needed to mention the distaste for them. I also had to stop partway through this chapter to go get a blanket to put on my seat because I'm wearing shorts and my legs keep sticking to the leather, the fake leather, and it's painful. I don't like it, so. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go take a break so my dogs can... so they can get a break. He's clawing at my legs again. This is what he does, and it's not very pleasant. No, it's not. It's not very pleasant at all. Oh, that hurts. Okay, they're... Alright, I did have to charge my mic for a bit because it died just at the end of that last clip, but hopefully it's good now. We're starting on chapter 11. It is 1:48 right now. It's raining, so the dogs didn't even get to go outside, but not that I didn't let them, they just didn't want to because they don't like the rain. So, chapter 11 is 2,800 words. To be honest, I'm surprised I've gotten this much done so quickly. They're a little bit smaller chapters, which I'm okay with, but I prefer small chapters, honestly. I'm trying to remember what happens in this chapter. I don't remember much. Oh well, it's okay. Okay, we are done chapter 11. I think I just have chapter 12 now to do, right? That's the 5, because I started on 8, so 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah. Chapter 12 is 2874, so 2,800 words. This one, I don't know if you can see, it has a lot of edits right to begin with. I did add a little bit to the end of that chapter than I was supposed to. I also have my dog on my lap. He hasn't done this since summer started. The other one's jealous. Usually my mom is over there and she can bring him up and he can have some attention too, but he doesn't like sitting on my lap. He will claw at my legs and then he'll jump down because he doesn't like to sit still. Claws at my leg anyways, but this guy likes to sit with me. Let's do word count. Ooh, 70,652. Also, the scene that I want to add, I'm not going to get to it today. I think it's in chapter 14 or 15. So I'll do chapter 12, and I think that'll be it. I don't know how, this is gonna be a really short video this week because, yeah, I mean, it's one day, usually it's a week. Though I am doing a lot, I just don't feel like I'm talking a lot because I don't have lots to say. I'm saying a good amount though. Anyways, this, oh my gosh, there's a lot of edits in this one. Oh, this one's gonna take a while. Okay, I'm just gonna get right to it and hope that these dogs don't go stir crazy in the last chapter I have to do. It's 2:20 right now, by the way, so partway through the chapter update. So I say partway. I've barely made it through. This is the beginning of the chapter. I'm like right here because I have this note down here that's like add a conversation there, because it was just originally like a transition paragraph, but I'm like, add some more connection there, which was actually really nice. That's why I wanted to stop and talk about that, because I added just a little scene with questions, getting to know each other, and letting the reader obviously know the stuff that I already know that I forget that you don't know. So I really like that scene, actually. It's cute. I'll have to read over it again later after it's been a bit, like probably once I finish draft 3, and see if it still is good or if I need to add more to it. But yeah. I have a lot of edits. Usually the edits had calmed down after the first few chapters, but in this chapter, damn, there's a lot. I don't even know why there's so much, but there is so much. At least this is the last chapter. It's 2:50 right now. I just wanted to give a partway through update, even though I hadn't been doing that. I wanted to do that now, so yeah. Wow. So this is crazy. Okay, sorry. Distracting myself. The dogs were really good for all of that, except just as I went back to fix something in the chapter, they started getting restless again. Either way, the one thing I did change, I had to make a note. Can you stop that? That really hurts. Thank you. I made a note earlier in the chapter while I was writing it, because I was like, how much time do I want to pass here? It's the first time, like, time is properly passed. Does that make any sense? Instead of a week, which is what I originally had in draft 1, I had it to a few weeks in draft 2, and I was like, do I want that? Do I not want that? Okay. It's like, do I want that? Do I not want that? And so I put a note there. I'm like, how much time do I want to pass? And at the end of the chapter, I was like, I think a few weeks would be better. So I just went back and I changed when I said a few days or a week, I changed it to a few weeks or last week. Yeah, so that is all I'm going to do today. That I'm at chapter 13. That makes me really happy. I'm almost halfway. Don't you dare jump up here. Hey? I am just closing this out and then we can go downstairs and you can have a nap. Okay? Thank you. I'll start with chapter 13 next week, and I will get to the halfway point next week, which is so exciting. Now, for those of you who don't know, let me tell you a little bit about this story, because I haven't done that in this video yet. This story is a cozy romantasy. It's a slow burn, more emphasis on the fantasy than the romance, but there are some scenes. I just had a scene in this last chapter that was romance. Loved it. This story follows my female main character named Tori, or Victoria, and my male main character named Eli, or Elijah. And Tori is from Earth. Elijah is not. Elijah, when he's out on a quest, ends up on Earth accidentally, and he finds Tori, and he notices something about her that just makes him really curious. So he brings her back to Sidereal with him. Sidereal is the name of their planet. And Tori loves it there. It's all she's ever dreamed of, so she stays, and they start going on quests together, and they get to meet people. It's found family, and I love that trope in cozy books. They meet some friendly people, some not so friendly people, and of course some monsters. As time starts to go on and things start happening, Tori starts to realize that everything that led up to that point may not have been as black and white, may not have been as simple as she had originally thought it was. This is my first novel. This is my debut novel. I love it, honestly. Once I finish this chapter, once I finish this draft, I'm going to send it out to my beta readers. I have a few that have really been wanting to read it. I also do plan to make a second copy of draft 3 where it's in third person instead of first person, because I'm still not sure what I want it to be. There are certain scenes that I'm like, oh yeah, first person is better for that. But then there are other scenes that I'm like, that would be so much better in third person. So this is still going to go on for a while. I still have lots of work to do, but once I finish draft 3, I'll send them the first person point of view. I'll send that out to my beta readers, and I'll get their opinion on it once I do like a chapter or so in draft 3. I'll send that out and have them compare it. That's where we are for today. Anyways, I hope you stars enjoyed. I will see you guys all next week. I'm so excited that I'm making progress on this. Today felt really good to edit and to do all that. It took less time than I thought it would. Honestly, I thought I would be here for a good 5-6 hours trying to do these 5 chapters, but so I have been here for 5 hours. So that 5 hours went by really quickly, and it didn't feel like too much work at all. Like, it didn't feel like I was working. It felt like I was writing, which is always so nice. Anyways, I will see you stars next week. Bye bye.